Hey folks, I'm gonna take you on a little walk today. I'm at Cowans State Park in the Allegheny Mountains in Pennsylvania. It's Monday morning. That's my favorite day by far in the campground because most people have left. They check out on Sunday, and so Monday mornings are very, very quiet. This is a lakeside trail. I've been on it a couple of times. Didn't do much else in terms of hiking. The weather has not been the best, a lot of rain. But I want to talk about, I know it seems like every time I'm shooting a video, I'm in some fantastic place and I'm really enjoying it. The truth of it is there are places that I really don't feel comfortable at, and this is one of it. It's a really nice view. I think Vermont may have spoiled the heck out of me. But before I talk about sort of the vibes that I get as I travel around the country, let me tell you about my biggest mistake. I'm at a campground. I have Verizon cell, no cell coverage. I have a Wi-Fi through AT&T, no AT&T coverage. So I'm out of luck. And I'm leaving today, headed back to Virginia where I've lived for over 20 years. So I'm looking forward to that, but I made a big mistake in selecting this particular campground. I also had issues in Vermont that I should have researched more carefully. And especially I'm working on launching the Gutsy Women Club, and I need to be online. Now I did spend a lot of time writing, so it's not like I've wasted this time. But definitely from here on out, I need to have at least one of those services functioning really well. So that's my biggest mistake. I had, I guess, a lot of good fortune, no problems with either until I hit Vermont, and here it's just nothing. So that's been a big challenge. So I'm in the Alleghenies, and I drove in, spent the night at a campground Wednesday, drove in on Thursday, and I get this different feeling from these mountains. In Vermont, the Green Mountains, and maybe the people themselves too, it felt so welcoming. It was, I really enjoyed my time. Every time I drove over a bend and there was a hill, there was another lake, there was another incredible view. And yeah, don't get me wrong, Pennsylvania is quite beautiful too. Certainly it's a gorgeous view here. But the mountains feel different. It's like, it's kind of ominous, dark. It feels like it weighs down on me rather than invites me up. So I just, from the day I got here, I just had this different feel for it. But here's what really is bothering me is that, let me put it in context. I started out in Virginia, spent 2 weeks in the western part of the state, drove down to Texas, spent some time in Louisville, Indiana, Iowa, Wisconsin, and then back down. So I stopped in New York for a night, Vermont, and now I'm here. So I've been traveling. I'm just in my third month. Now, one of the reasons that I chose this RV life is to see all different parts of the country and also to get a feel for it. At some point, I probably would like to get off the road, and I could see living in a small cottage or a cabin, or maybe split my time between a couple of different places. So part of me is like looking for a feel, someplace that I think I would feel welcome into the community. And that, my friends, is what I don't get here. I've, for whatever reason, I've out of all these places, I've seen more Confederate flags, and the rural areas, people have dotted their lawns with Trump signs. So a Confederate flag pure and simple, is a symbol of hatred. I don't know why someone would want to fly it or feel proud of flying it. It bothers the hell out of me, okay? Trump, sorry folks, it's another symbol of intolerance, bigotry, hatred, ignorance. I just, I have no issue when I see people, it's scattered here and there, but in all of the areas that I have been to, the rural areas here are very extreme in their support of those philosophies. So I don't feel comfortable here. In fact, I've driven through some of the small towns, and I really don't want to do my business there. If I see so many Trump signs, it's very difficult to get anywhere here. So I wanted to go to Altoona. I think it's like 45 minutes away, and it was almost a 2-hour drive. So that was too far. And I did go to a Walmart to pick up some more supplies. Talk about billboard pollution. I went through a city, relatively sizable city, and it was just billboards from one end to the other end. If it had character, you couldn't really tell because it was all billboards. So, I'm sure that this area, it is beautiful. And campground's been fine. People have been very friendly. But in terms of wanting to stay here, no, not at all. I'm headed to Shenandoah River State Park. I've been there before, and rural parts of Virginia are not that much different, and I'm sure I'll see the Confederate flag as well. Yeah, I guess I was surprised, Pennsylvania, that there are these pockets that think it's okay to fly that horrible flag. So anyway, so I am, if there's a smile on my face, it's because I'm headed out and going home, or at least, as home as I can be right now. So that's it. Also, just if you are out there and your business depends on Wi-Fi or cell, make sure that you prioritize that. Don't make the same mistake that I did. So I'm here for a couple hours. I'm not that far away from my next park, so I should roll in early afternoon. Anyway, enjoy the view. It is a lovely view at Cowans Gap State Park. Hope you're having a good day. Bye-bye.